career fair that's coming up.
Oh,
These
wow.
gentlemen will
Okay.
represent manufacturing and logistics, and they're going to talk about that and talk about manufacturing day, manufacturing month, all that good stuff. But you know the drill. I'm going to give you a little bit of information about some upcoming things in addition to that. So right now, today, and you weren't here last time we were on, but I had the folks with the Stay Local group. That was the College of Central Florida, the CF Foundation, and our affiliate Talent Center talking about that event. That's happening today from 5 to 7:30 at the Ewers Century Center at the College of Central Florida in Ocala. And the beauty of this is that you don't have to leave the area to find a great career. And we have a whole slew of participating businesses and organizations that will be there. So if you are, especially if you're a graduating college student or in college, even high school, this is really a wonderful opportunity for you. So go to Stay Local. And then our friends, we have teamed up with a different CareerSource region, the Florida Crown region, and we're having Levy and Gilchrist Counties Fall Career Fair.
Oh, really?
So you say, well, Levy, Chiefland, that's a long stretch of the legs. We have people that commute. If the job is right, people are going to make that drive. And not all of the jobs are like way, way far away. But that's happening October 17th from 3:30 to 6 p.m. at CF's Levy campus in Chiefland. And this, of course, is free. So, and I should preface all of this by saying, if you want more information, please go to our website, CareerSourceCLM.com. Check out the calendar. You can get all the details. And last, but certainly not least, in terms of career fairs, we are having Paychecks for Patriots on November 7th from 1 to 3:30 p.m. It's going to be at the Marion County Public Library in Ocala. And this is held in concert with all Paychecks for Patriots throughout the state. So in 1 week, all of our regions, we have these events. So this is fantastic. I want to do a little sidebar for the employers. You know, if you're listening, you want to take advantage of your chance to hire a hero, because when you do, you hire someone who leads with integrity, knows the meaning of hard work, and performs well under pressure. This is your opportunity to meet them in one place. And if you're a veteran, don't miss your opportunity to connect with these businesses who are really dedicated to assisting you and your family find careers that match your unique skills. Again, it's free, and if you are a veteran, you can't make this event, say you're in Citrus or Levy, remember, we provide priority of services to all veterans and eligible spouses, so come on in and see us for that. Workshop-wise, we have too many to mention. There are currently 31 upcoming for the month of October.
Holy cow.
So check it out at our CLM, CareerSourceCLM.com, our calendar. And we have hiring events there as well. Check those out. I checked, and last year we had 115 separate hiring events. That's different from career fairs because these are exclusive to a particular business like Real Truck or Winco. They're going to have a hiring event. It might be at your plant. It might be at our center. It might be someplace else. But we had 115 different hiring events. So we keep very busy helping people connect with employers in our region. So that is all I want to say. I want to turn it over to Joe and Mark right now.
Joe and Mark, good morning to both of you.
Good morning.
Thank you for coming in. And you know what, when Laura introduced you earlier, she said manufacturing and logistics. So I'm going to pretend I know what manufacturing is because it sounds like something. I actually worked in a factory when I was a kid. But what is logistics? What is that?
Logistics is it's kind of an overarching term that has to do with the whole supply chain process: transportation, warehousing, purchasing. So it's how things get from A to B, and so it's taking inputs and turning them into outputs, and whether they be consumer goods or business to business. But it's just that whole process of getting things from A to B from start to finish.
Getting it from the factory into my living room or to my garage or to wherever it's going to be, right?
Absolutely.
Or to the factory.
Or to the factory.
Oh, from factory to factory. The supplies that the factory uses.
Materials.
I see.
You order raw material, logistics gets it there.
Thank you, Robin. Yeah, so do those jobs require like a truck driver's kind of a license, that kind of a thing, or?
Some.
Yeah.
Some do. Not all. I mean, you could have warehouse associates who might require training in heavy equipment, forklift certification, OSHA, things like that. But some jobs, fulfillment folks and things like that, don't necessarily have to have a type of license.
So you would represent logistics,
Yes.
right, Mark?
Yes.
Right, and you would represent the manufacturing.
Correct.
Okay, excellent. So tell me, how much manufacturing do you represent specifically, and how much in Ocala at large?
Ocala largest everywhere. So you go through pockets of Marion County, and you look at the stuff, and you're like, wow, we make that here? I mean, we make furniture for the medical industry, and surgical tables, all kinds of stuff.
It's amazing, isn't it?
Yeah, anytime you go give blood, you're probably sitting in one of our chairs. And it's made here in Ocala. Fire trucks with E1.
And we know that one, yeah.
Products makes all the stuff that goes into the fire trucks. It's just everywhere. And, it's amazing what we do in Ocala from a manufacturing standpoint.
And the other day we had on the phone somebody who represented these little knives that cut pumpkins. And they're made in Ocala. Yeah, I had no idea.
Signature Brand makes those? It's amazing.
Pumpkin Masters.
Yeah.
And they're getting geared up. Pretty soon you'll drive by their facility and you'll smell popcorn getting ready for Christmas.
Oh, yeah.
Popcorn tins.
Yeah, that's right. And it's a long way from being horse. I mean, it still is horse country, but because we're known as horse country, we forget all this manufacturing that goes on, and that's good news for anybody looking for a decent job, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
What is the competitive edge that Ocala has to offer? Let's say you want a job in manufacturing in Ocala versus Orlando, or even Florida versus Georgia. Can you comment on that a little bit?
I mean, some of the advantages are we have a good trained base of students that are coming up. A lot of kids that are coming through our high schools now, we partner with them to teach them, here's some of the skills you need when you go out and get a job. I mean, not everybody's going to be college bound, and they want to go out and get a good job, decent wage. And we got a lot of kids that are coming through the schools right now with a lot of skills that we didn't have 10, 15 years
ago. So does the manufacturing career include the designer?
Absolutely, engineering.
So somebody who's actually creating the thing that the manufacturer makes is coming from Ocala as well?
Yes. Yeah, absolutely. With Real Truck, we actually have a design studio here in Ocala in addition to our multiple locations that we have here in town, and that's what those folks do over there. They actually do the CAD work and design for accessories for trucks and vans and SUVs, particularly when the new models come out, so they make sure that the products that we develop to sell for those, that everything fits. So we have that design phase here in Ocala as well.
And you have students coming out with the certifications to do that.
Exactly.
So in Real Truck, you are providing, explain to me all that you do in Real Truck.
So at Real Truck, we are an e-commerce retailer of aftermarket accessories and parts for trucks, SUVs, vans, things like that. We market those directly to the consumer, and we're part of a larger corporation, Truck Hero, that is a manufacturing consortium of about 20 manufacturers, and we are the customer-facing branch of that. So we market directly to the consumer. The company started here in Ocala. I was working for another company, but I met the founder in his garage with one other person.
Is that right?
It has grown from two employees to over 300 employees, multiple locations around the country. I joined in 2014. And now we're over 300, and we've gone in that time from about a $50 million company to over a $250 million company right here in Ocala.
So what would if I went to e-commerce? Well, I mean, not e-commerce. So if I went to realtruck.com, is that right?
Real Truck, that's our primary site, realtruck.com.
What would I find there?
Anything that goes on one of those vehicles, you will find there, and we will be happy to sell it to you.
Do the non-truck drivers buy things from there?
We have a lot of folks, spouses will buy or partners will buy for their, so we have folks that call in that may not know anything about the vehicle they're buying for, but part of our facility here in Ocala, we have the tech support folks who can help them find exactly what they need to go on that vehicle.
And is it all stuff for the cabin area, or is it also under the hood?
Everything.
The transmission, everything?
A performance parts, accessories, interior items, truck bed covers, running boards. Matter of fact, in the U.S., we are the #1 retailer of both the truck bed covers and running boards.
Is that right?
Here out of Ocala.
And that's what moves the world, right?
It does.
You can just drive down the highway anytime, any place in this country, and there they are.
We have a lot of customers.
Can I ask maybe a related question,
Sure.
but not specifically about why you're here? When I was at West, Robin and I noticed a lot of the tandem trucks.
Dualies.
Dualies, thank you. How come we don't see them in Florida? Is there a law against it?
No, you're talking about the pickup trucks with the...
No. Where there's a semi with a trailer and then another trailer.
Those are called pup trailers, and they're around here. And
they are.
On the turnpike, they can pull 3. And
Holy cow!
If you get out west, of Montana, those open areas, you'll see them a lot more because it's not nearly as congested. But those are called pup trailers, and yep.
And they're not illegal in Florida because I don't remember seeing them as frequently as we saw them.
You won't see them as frequently, but they are here.
See them, okay.
And Joe, as a plant manager for Winco Corporation, what do you look for in an employee when you are going to hire?
Main thing we look for is somebody who's excited about learning a trade, learning a skill. Welders, we want people that we bring in, and you bring somebody in they're just wanting to go into the skill of welding because their dad was a welder or their mom was a welder, and so grooming them to actually build something that's more than just welding 2 sticks of metal together. They're making a piece of furniture that somebody's going to need, and so you develop that talent. And things like welding is always going to be around. I mean, it's not a trade that's going away. We hire a lot of people from logistics, and again, people who are excited about, how do I get things from point A to point B in the most efficient way? And it's not just going out and hiring the cheapest driver, it's going through and looking for the whole value stream of how do I get this to our customer and make it a good experience for them. And so it's a great partnership with logistics and manufacturing. Because
absolutely.
You can't survive without them.
Laura, you probably mentioned at the beginning, but could you repeat, we're with both gentlemen today because there's an event that includes both gentlemen?
Well, yes, correct. So the Manufacturing and Logistics Career Fair is going to take place on October 30th.
Okay.
From 3:30 to 6 p.m., and it's going to be at the Weber Center over at the College of Central Florida in Ocala. So that's, and excellent segue. This would be a good time to mention some of the businesses that will be there. Ancorp. I notice you have American Panel.
I've got American Panel.
Is it Creval? Creval Boats, Custom Window Systems, GML Industries, Lockheed Martin, R&L Global Logistics, Winco, and Real Truck's going to be there.
I believe so.
Yeah, Real Truck. So,
wow.
This is the cream of the crop of both logistics and manufacturing. You want to be there.
Yeah.
Joe and I are both on the board of the Mid-Florida Regional Manufacturers Association. I'm the current president. Joe was the past president, and these companies are part of that organization, and MRMA and CareerSource work very closely together to promote manufacturing logistics in the area. So they've been a great partner for us. Additionally, I'm a professor at CF as well, and CareerSource has been phenomenal helping us find students internships and help them with job placements things. So we've got an educational industry advocacy and manufacturers and distributors in the area who have really developed a good team to help promote this area.
Okay, so you brought up a question that I have. Let's say you go to McDonald's. I'm not picking on McDonald's. I'm just saying you see some strong young guy and you think, oh my gosh, you would be perfect for what we need. Does that young man have to go to some schooling first before he comes knocking on your door?
It would depend on what job. If he's going to be a developer, like a web developer, IT, something like that. But if he wanted to come work in one of our distribution centers and he had a good positive attitude, it'd probably help if he had a passion for automotive stuff. But
sure,
we'd be interested in talking to him.
Yeah,
we have a lot of our team that actually, while they're working, are going to school on the outside to develop their skills to grow in their current job.
I was wondering that, yeah. And what I like about the fact that Laura does this as a recorded show is that right now the listeners may be there who this will apply to, but they're also likely, and this is for me too, to share this with somebody I know who would say, oh my God, that's a better choice for you, because I have in my mind somebody I know who would be perfect for what you're describing. Yeah.
If I may, this young lady that's sitting, come on, Kathleen. She's actually the executive director of Mr. Ma, the Mid-Florida Regional Manufacturers Association. She's also a program manager for CareerSource. her office is across the hall from my office.
So
Mr. Ma has been sort of embedded with CareerSource for several years, and that just speaks to the partnership and the recognition of the importance of manufacturing, of logistics, in terms of the businesses and our relationship with the college. And if you go onto our website and click on the talent pipeline link, you'll see an opportunity to find business videos, promotional videos. Winco did one for us. Most of these businesses, we got to get Real Truck to do.
We've got our own studio, so
yeah,
we kind of
that's
kind of how we.
So we do these promotional videos that talk about the company, talk about the career opportunities, what kind of candidates they're looking for. So if you ever want to kind of explore different opportunities, you can go to our website. I think we have 30 different businesses that you can take a look at. But I wanted Kathleen to say hello.
Good morning.
Hello, Kathleen. And you mentioned the website, so while you're saying that CareerSourceCLM.com?
Correct.
That's the correct address?
Yes.
And is that also for the jobs in Chiefland and
Yes,
the ones we were talking about earlier?
Exactly. The Chiefland or the Levy and Gilchrist County Career Fair and the Patriots, Paychecks for Patriots, go to our website, go to the calendar, you'll get the information that you need.
So we were talking about the commute, the long commute in some cases. You know, if you live in New York, for example, where I grew up, it was a 2-hour commute easy, and you only went like 20 miles. It wasn't that far, but because of the trains and everything else. So a 2-hour commute to Orlando is not that big of a deal. Time is time, right? Same thing.
Well, we don't go to Orlando. Go to Levy County. Stay in our region. But we do know, because we've commissioned commuter reports, and we do know that people from Marion County will commute to Citrus to Marion,
right.
Levy to Gainesville, all over for the job. So you may as well do it in our area.
I live in Citrus.
Do you really?
I drive up every day. It's from after surviving Dallas-Fort Worth traffic for 6 years, that 30-minute commute.
Perfect comparison, yeah.
Not bad at all.
Yeah.
And the Winco Corporation and Real Truck helps the veterans assimilate back into the working world after they have served.
Yes, our company is, Real Truck's very veteran-friendly. I'm a veteran. The leader of our company, Tracy Harper, he's an Air Force veteran. We have lots of veterans in our organization, and we also, the company, both Real Truck and our corporation, support a lot of veteran charities as well. So we have a very veteran-friendly organization.
Thank you for your service.
We have several veterans within our organization. It's one of the things you see is the various branches all compete to see who's actually better.
Oh, really?
Makes it interesting.
Well, I didn't answer that question.
I know, right? But we have people from every branch of service working and in leadership roles, and entry-level employees come through with veteran service.
Are the job opportunities including the clerical part, the office part of what you do, or is that a different show?
No, we have human resources, we have IT, we have development, purchasing, accounting and finance, human resources, sales and customer service. There's just about every career field that you can imagine. We have opportunities for folks within our organization.
Does your relationship with your customers in both cases all happen online, or or are there people coming to your place to do business as well?
We have we like for folks to call in and talk to our team. So we don't have obviously a brick and mortar retail store, but we encourage our customers to call into Real Truck, speak with our reps, or chat in. So we like that interaction. We don't want it necessarily just to be a cold relationship where it's clicking by. We want to develop a lifelong customer.
Mm-hmm.
We have both, because we'll have a lot of people who will go on our website, find a product they want, but most of ours is face-to-face, working with the clinicians, working with the surgeons, the doctors, showing how our equipment's used. And so we actually have that hands-on approach where a surgeon wants to know how to use our equipment, and we're there with them. This is how this works. This is how it makes your job better.
And has Winco ever been asked to manufacture something that hasn't been manufactured before?
Yes, we have.
Oh, cool. Really?
And there's challenges. Sometimes you can say yes. Sometimes you say no, but you can actually modify it to work. A lot of the options, a surgeon wants, hey, my hand gets tired and I want something to rest it on. Mm-hmm. So what option can we add for them? Little things like where they want the Foley hook for when they're doing a procedure. That's where we work with our customers.
That's amazing, really, all that thought that goes into it. Does a designer have to actually work with the end user in order to come up with the right idea?
We work with the patients and we work with the caregiver, because kind of two different customers using the same product. So the patient going through possibly could be the worst time of their life, just wants to be comfortable.
So you could make a one-of-a-kind product for somebody who wouldn't be mass manufactured? It's just one person that would use it?
In most cases, we don't.
No, okay,
It fits the needs of many.
Okay.
But, it's given the right money, of course we'll do it. But, in dealing with a clinician, because, one of the biggest things you see is, you're working with a patient, you go home, you're tired, you're sore, you get strains.
Yeah.
So how do we prevent that? So that's why we work with both the patient, and the clinician to come up with a product that works well for both of them. And we take that as the first part of our design. What does the customer need? And that's where we start developing it and testing it and come up with
Well, I
something.
hope somebody's listening that'll show up. October 30th is
Correct. That's Thursday. No, Wednesday. Is it Wednesday?
Wednesday.
Wednesday. Okay. I don't know why I said Thursday. Wednesday, October 30th. Don't go there on Halloween. From 3:30 to 6 over at the College of Central Florida Weber Center. That's the center that's sort of on the back side of the campus off of 20th. But that's going to be the place to be if you want a great career in manufacturing and logistics.
Do you guys want to give out the websites just to mention them?
Yes, ours is realtruck.com. Is our primary site, and we'd love to have folks go there and take a look at our stuff and become a Real Truck customer.
And Joe, what is your website?
WincoMFG.com.
Okay.
And again, we have two main product lines, the Winco product line and the Transmotion product lines, one for surgical usage, one for, clinic use. All kind of options. Go out there and take a look and see what you need.
But as far as the opportunities for employment, Laura, we would go through you, right? Through CareerSource?
Well, I mean, show up there for one thing. You can go to our website. You'll find out the businesses. We update it daily as more businesses jump on board. I will say, if you have any questions, please call. I'll give you a toll-free number, 1-800-746-9950, extension 1114. Or 1-800-434-JOBS, an extension 1114, or extension 1274. I'm sorry, Kathleen's extension, my bad there. And you can get some more information, definitely. So,
and it makes sense that CareerSource would be working with the Manufacturers Association. That kind of makes sense.
And I should definitely stress that we are doing this in partnership with Mr. Ma and the Florida Advanced Technological Education Center, also known as FLATE. I don't know how that works out to FLATE, but it is known as FLATE. So Mr. Ma and FLATE are partnering with CareerSource CLM on this career fair.
I just like that it works out to Mr. Ma. I just like that part.
I know, we love it.
Joe, thank you for coming in. Mark, nice to meet you. Thank you both for coming in. Laura, as always, we love you. And Kathleen, nice to meet you. Thank you so much for coming in. All right, we will take a little break. We'll be right back. Share this video with somebody you know who is looking to improve their life. Get that guy. That's okay. We can flip hamburgers for a year. Then we'll move on to something real. Thank you. Thank you, everybody. We'll be right back.
Broadcasting from the Paddock Mall Studios, this is WOCA, Ocala, Gainesville, The Villages, 13